So Candace Owens was trending on Twitter yesterday because Kanye West spoke about her directly and said that he likes what she's saying, right? And he likes the way she speaks or whatever. And this pretty much enraged the left. They're like, oh my God, how could you support this white supremacist sympathizer? But really, she's not even close to white supremacist sympathizer. She's just saying basic conservative talking points. like, but on the right, people are all like, oh my God, look at her, this black young girl. She's saying, what black people need to hear, yada yada yada. So realistically, what conservatives also need to realize is that she's not really changing anybody's opinion. All she is doing is saying what we like to hear, and she's getting rich off of it and making a lot of money. But a little bit more than a year ago, she was like a complete leftist, an SJW. She created a site to pretty much get people's information, their work number, all this stuff. And then if you say something offensive, they would like send that to your work. They would like let other people know that you're saying offensive things online, and to pretty much try to ruin your life because you say something politically incorrect. And that isn't even the biggest deal, because people can understand that, hey, you make mistakes, right? And you change your opinions, your ideology over time. And, I can believe that. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was the way she handled the situation. She kind of did like a whole baked Alaska thing, except she didn't have a crazy meltdown and she was smarter than him, right? But she comes out and she's saying that there's like these white supremacists trying to take her down, when that wasn't the case. Like, there was a bunch of skeptics and people in the YouTube community and stuff like that were exposing her that had nothing to do with white supremacy. She said Tree of Logic, who made a lot of videos on her, was a crackhead, was a drug addict, and like a ranting lunatic, which Tree of Logic is not a crackhead. I don't think she's even like, she even drinks or does anything of the sorts. So Candace Owens, who used to go by Red Pill Black, right? She's definitely exposed herself to be two-faced and to readily lie about people easily. So considering all these things, like she was an SJW before, when she is confronted on these things, she lies, she makes things up, she does guilt by association, all this shit. And so this makes me not trust her. So yes, she is saying what people like right now. She's saying what conservatives like to hear. But just be aware that she's an opportunist, right? She's not changing like a bunch of black people's opinions, because yes, Kanye West came out and agreed with her, but nobody takes Kanye West seriously. And they're like, he's insane anyways. He's married to a Kardashian. Everybody who's married to the Kardashians, all the men, can be written off as insane because they usually do end up somewhat crazy. But nobody's going to take him seriously. So she's just making money off of conservatives. And when she sees the political winds shift in the future, which they will eventually, you can be 100% certain that she's going to flip. She does not have these consistent principles. Like, yes, she's saying what we want to hear. She's saying everything, like hitting all the points. But she's a smart girl. She knows what we want to hear. And she's just saying it to make money. She started off like on InfoWars, now she's on like Fox News and all this shit. And it's like, I gotta give her props to some extent, because for her to weather that whole controversy thing earlier on, just brush it off, was pretty impressive. I gotta admit. And like she came out of that looking great, honestly. And she's still a huge liar and everything, but a lot of the people who were backing her were people like Paul Joseph Watson, a lot of people in the alt-right community and stuff, and help push her along, gave her a name and stuff. And they knew all these things about her. They know she is shady. They know that she's an opportunist, but they're just using her anyways. They think they can, get votes. They can, because white people saying what she is saying is much more easily discredited, right? And I can understand why people want to use her, but nonetheless, she is just going to be considered a coon to other people and stuff. So it's not really going to get through to many people, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it will, and maybe they're right to overlook her shadiness and to use her as like a tool. I don't think so. I think that over time it's going to be worse in the end, because she is going to flip, and when she does, everybody's going to be all surprised and be like, what? I thought she was this and that. But it's like, no, she's just like, she can see the wind shifting. She can tell where the culture is kind of heading, and she could tell that, this was getting more popular, these talking points, and also that she is black and a woman, and there are not that many of these people within the conservative movement. So whenever these people come around, they get shot up right away. I'm not saying that some of them don't deserve it and stuff, but this is what happens. Like, you gotta admit. So, yes, as conservatives, as people on the right, I understand the need to be like, wow, good, another black person's on our side. Great. But be aware that at least half of those people are just trying to exploit you, trying to get money out of you. And once they get everything they can out of you, they'll fucking turn on you immediately. So, do not trust these people. I'm not, like, people like that guy T, and like, these are legitimate people. These are legitimate right-wingers. Like, I can't remember his name. That writer, that black writer, I'm just blanking on his name right now. But he's very popular. He's written all his books and stuff. But yeah, like, people like that are legitimately right-wing and stuff. But people like Candace Owens, no. Like, just look at their history. Look at the way that they handle situations when they are called on things that they have done. Like, she has said that her site was no longer running, which was a lie. People were still able to use it and search up people's names and information. So she was acting all self-righteous, like, oh, how could you say that? Oh, I didn't take it down. I took that down 6 months ago or months ago, which was a lie. People had made videos showing, like, saying, like, see, look, I can still use the site. So be wary of this girl. She's just doing this for money, and the next 10 years, or when it's, I don't know, somebody else in office, or when the Democrats start getting more popular, she is going to go over to them. She's like that Republican woman Navarro or something, that Latina girl. It's like, yeah, I'm Republican, but literally I say everything that is a Democratic talking point, right? So when these points get more popular, she will switch. And all you people would have just built up this woman, given her a massive platform, and then a huge voice, and then she's going to turn on you. Like, that is, in my opinion, what is going to happen in the future. So just watch out. But if you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.